What's up, guys? Today we are going to be going over the art of loving the process. So we're just going to dive right in. Okay. So we all have things that we dislike, even in our fat loss journey. Maybe it's meal prepping, maybe it's waking up early, just to work out. It could be resisting cravings. It could be tracking your food. But have you actually ever stopped yourself and asked, why don't I like this? Right? Like more often than not, you won't have a solid answer. So our brains are wired to resist discomfort, but that discomfort is where the actual growth happens. So the more you push through, the more natural these habits become. So instead of dwelling on what you don't like, focus on what these actions bring. These actions will bring results. These actions will bring confidence. These actions you don't like and you end up doing are gonna bring you to a healthier life, right? So start viewing these hated tasks as stepping stones to your goals, right? The process is not punishment, it's a privilege. So the moment you stop seeing it as suffering and start embracing it as an opportunity, everything is gonna change. Okay? So we all hate work, right? So from an early age, we're conditioned to follow a structured path, school, work, and then the 9 to 5 grind. The education system teaches us to be a cog in the system, like following rules, doing the same tasks, and being rewarded for compliance, right? So work for many becomes something we just have to do, not something we enjoy. So this mindset translates into fitness. Like we think of workouts as another have to instead of get to, right? The reality is our bodies were designed to move. They're designed to grow, they're designed to improve. But if we let society's conditioning dictate our approach to that, we're forever going to see effort as a burden rather than a gift. So instead of dreading effort, start questioning your perspective. Like, what if you saw a movement as a way to break free instead of another obligation? Like, when you redefine work, whether in your career or in fitness, it stops being a chore and starts being more of an opportunity. So, I want you all to shift your mindset. So, you don't have to do anything, you get to do everything. So, you don't have to work out. You don't have to meal prep. You don't have to track your food. You don't have to eat healthy. You get to do these things and you get to move your body. You get to strengthen your muscles. You're able to push your limits, right? This isn't an obligation, it's a privilege. So many people would give anything to be able to run. They'd give anything to lift or even walk without pain. Yet we take these things for granted. The moment you shift your mindset from I have to into I get to, everything is going to change. So your fitness journey isn't about punishment or restriction. It's about unlocking your full potential. So approach it with gratitude, and suddenly the process becomes something you look forward to instead of something you dread every day. So you want to make it fun. So what if fitness wasn't a struggle but a game? What if this entire journey was something you actually enjoyed? So pretty much the key is to change how you look at it, right? You want to view your journey as a game, right? So this game has no end. That's the beauty of it, right? You don't win by hitting a goal weight. You win by just continuing. And the only way to lose is to quit. So if you refuse to quit, then you can't lose, right? So every workout, every meal choice, every effort adds to your success. So you want to make your fitness journey or your fat loss journey, make it fun. So you want to challenge yourself, set mini goals, celebrate victories along the way, see how many consecutive days you can stay consistent. So try new workouts maybe as well. You want to compete against your past self. When you gamify the process of losing weight, you'll never run out of motivation. So all the hard things that you don't like to do, whether it be tracking your food, doing 3 workouts, getting your steps in, the person you want to be is on the other side of that. So the person you want to be is always on the other side of discomfort. Right now, you might not like working out in the morning, or you don't like eating veggies, or you don't like tracking your food. But guess what? Like the version of you that's fit, the version of you that's strong, the version of you that's toned, the version of you that's confident, that version of you is waiting on the other side of all those things that you hate, right? So every successful transformation re requires embracing discomfort. So whether it's pushing past through laziness, um, resisting temptations, or staying disciplined when motivation is low, right? So these moments are going to define your growth. So instead of avoiding what's uncomfortable, you want to lean into it, right? So recognize that discomfort is only temporary. It's a short thing, but the results, they're permanent. So the stronger you become mentally, the more unstoppable you become physically, right? So you just got to push through through the discomfort. That's where actual growth happens. And you all have to remember like how lucky you guys are, right? So not everyone gets the opportunity to improve their health. Some people are battling conditions that make movement difficult. There's others that don't have access to the resources you do. Like there's people who don't have a computer, right? Um, you are in a position where you get to choose a better life. And that's something you have to be grateful for, right? So you have the ability to move, you have the ability to grow, you have the ability to improve. So gratitude is going to shift everything. So instead of focusing on what's hard, focus on what's possible. Like you get to move, you get to eat well, you get to build the body that you want. That's a privilege. It's not a burden. So next time you feel like complaining about a workout or tracking your food, remind yourself you get to do this. There's people that aren't able to do that, right? So there's a lot of people that had like they wish they had a chance to do whatever you can do right now. So what if everything you hated about fitness was actually fun? So what if you made workouts exciting and you turn healthy eating into an adventure, right? So next time, like on your fitness journey, or like just like every day now, try listening to epic music while working out, right? So it could be anything. Like for me, for example, sometimes I'll listen to wrestling music because I love wrestling, or sometimes video game music because I love video games, right? Or you can, let's say if you're short on time, you can add a timer to your workouts and try to beat the clock, right? And that's going to save you a lot of time as well, especially if you're a busy person. So challenge yourself to set personal records as well. That's how I make workout a game as well, right? So even in the smallest ways, turn every aspect of your fitness journey into a game and watch how quickly your mindset is going to shift. Like fitness does not have to be dull. It doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't have to be repetitive. When you make it into a game, you're going to find yourself looking forward to the process rather than dreading it, right? It's like for me, when I've started working out, I saw working out kind of as an escape to listen to my music on my own, to spend more time on my own, to actually think. And I love listening to wrestling music because it gets me hyped. It makes me feel like a wrestler, right? Or I listen to epic video game music or maybe the Star Wars soundtrack when I'm working out, which makes it more fun to work out, right? So you really want to gamify all these things in your fat loss journey, okay? So the more you tell yourself you hate something, the more you'll reinforce that belief. So if you wake up thinking, I hate cardio, guess what? You're gonna hate cardio even more, right? Or I hate tracking. You're gonna hate tracking even more the more you say that. So instead, flip the script. Like tell yourself, I love how cardio makes me feel afterward, right? Because you know how it makes you feel afterward. You feel like, oh shit, I actually did that. I feel super great, right? Or I love tracking because I know exactly what I'm eating. so I could fit in the foods that I like ice cream at the end of the day, right? I love how I feel strong after I lift, right? I love how I feel happy after a really good workout, right? The more you reinforce these positive thoughts, the more you're going to start to believe them. So this process isn't just about losing weight. It's about creating a lifestyle you genuinely enjoy. So you have to love the process and then the results will follow. Okay. So you always want to make everything fun in this journey. If you don't, it's going to be hard to commit to this journey long term. Trust me, I've been working out for 12 years now. Okay. So I want you guys to stop leaving progress on the table. Like every day, you have a chance to move forward. But too often, people let small excuses hold them back. Like they skip a workout, they choose junk food, they procrastinate on their meal prep. These little choices add up. And every time you let excuses win, you leave progress on the table. But here's the good news, like you're always one decision away from getting back on track. So choose to embrace the process and you'll win for life. So the bottom line is, for me, is you want to make your fitness journey exciting. You want to make it engaging. You want to make it enjoyable. You want to make it fun. You're not just changing your body, you're changing your whole entire mindset and life as well. If you have a negative mindset, even though you're following the game plan, like let's say you're doing all your steps, you're getting the workouts in, you have um you're in a calorie deficit, right? You can do all those three things, but if you have a negative attitude or a negative mindset, you're not going to see changes in your body because you have to have a positive mindset in order to actually change as well. And I've seen that so many times before with like a lot of my clients where they follow the game plan thoroughly. But the thing is, like they have a negative mindset, which equals more stress, right? More stress equals lower mood, which is going to cause them to um, seek stuff like junk food, for example, right? Um, easy things to get gratification. Okay. So trust me, if you have a negative mindset, you're not going to see changes at all, no matter how thorough you follow the game plan. Okay. So what I'm trying to say for you is you want to keep on going, you want to don't quit, and you want to love the process. The only way to lose this game is to stop. Okay. So as long as you keep on moving forward, you're already winning. So right now, I want you all to take action. So for accountability, I want you to DM me on Instagram, DM me the word process of how you're going to make your fitness journey more fun moving forward. So it could be listening to your favorite music while working out. It could be listening to your favorite soundtrack of a movie while working out, which is so much more fun because it feels more epic when you work out, right? Or um, trying to break new records when you're working out, or trying new recipes every week, right? That makes the process more fun and less dull and repetitive. Okay. So, again, if you feel stuck, you can DM me personally on Instagram, or if you have me on Telegram, please message me. Other than that, yeah. Anyways, any questions are you're free to ask me on Instagram. Okay. And of course, my goal is for you to like not be stuck. And my goal for you is also have a clear path on like where you want to be. Okay. So again, I want you to take action, message me on Instagram, process, and then talk about how you're going to change your life and make fitness more fun and enjoyable so you can do this for the rest of your life. Anyways, peace.